Hey, you guys, get out of my room if you're going to be barking. All right, so I pulled a spread before I got started here. And still working on the voice. Hello, whoever's here. um, I had to pull this because I'm like, I don't know what I'm stepping into today. I told you guys today was going to be a big day. And I was waiting for this day to come so I could read through Sabian symbols. So if you're not for hearing this reading with Sabian symbols, you probably don't want to be here. This is going to be a long one. All right. Um, I pulled the spread. I've got inspiration and fulfillment. All right. Independence and intuition. And then I've got concentration and resourcefulness. Okay. With devotion down on the bottom of the deck. Oracle of the Radiant Sun. All right. Now I pulled 3 cards under each set. Under inspiration and fulfillment, I've got the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Lovers. All right. If you are thinking about walking away from something that you've been working on for so long, it's about to come into union. All right. You're about to receive your fulfillment from this. So just think about it. Because I see here you want to walk away from something. You may be disappointed. You may feel that your hard work is not being seen. All right. But overall, what I'm seeing with this energy is the 9th house and the 12th house. Both of these houses are of spirituality. Okay. I told you guys it's been heavy on spirituality lately. So what we're looking at here, planetary-wise, and which came out, is Saturn and Mercury. All right. Saturn and Mercury is basically this. Saturn and Gemini. All right. If I would have seen Saturn and Virgo, same difference. But what it's saying here is requiring your concentration at this time. All right. Independence and intuition. All right. Let's speak a little bit about this. We just stepped out of the moon in Aquarius, right? Very independent type of work you've been doing. All right. Whatever this wish fulfillment is, your hopes, your dreams, your desires, right? This is 9 of Cups is like pre-star card energy. Okay. And you've been really holding your ground on this and waiting for your ships to come in. 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. All right. Your intuition is telling you that something's on its way. You need to listen to it. All right. You have like this inner knowing that it's coming. It's on its way. All right. I've got Capricorn here, Aries here. So it's kind of giving me where what's comfortable in Capricorn? It's Mars. What's comfortable in Aries right now? Mars, right? You are continuing to take action on something that you want so bad, all right? And you're on the path to ascending is what I'm kind of getting at, like a spiritual ascension, all right? You have this flame that sparks you up from within. Now, over here with concentration and resourcefulness, interesting enough, Saturn in Gemini, which your concentration is required. And then what do we see here? The sun in Cancer. I told you guys during the summer solstice, it's coming. All right. We're literally less than a month away. There's going to be a celebration, a promotion, all right, a gathering. All right. This energy right here is Mercury in Cancer. What does this card say? This is Mercury. This is Cancer. It's all about the energy of your intuition. So the feeling that you have, if you're moving forward independently with something, go for it. Something amazing is coming. Now look what comes out after the Three of Cups. Here's the celebration. Here's the star card energy. And then I've got the moon, bottom of the deck, the sun. All right, so meditating on this energy alone. All right, what is this giving me? Balance. Stay devoted to balance at this time in your life. Listen to your intuition. Continue to move independently if you have to. Doing something independently. It's going to be big. It's requiring concentration and devotion. What is devotion? Devotion is where Vesta's getting ready to step in. All right. Vesta's the asteroid of spirituality. It's getting ready to step into Cancer, where the sun will be on June 20th. All right. Now, I did a little, I don't want to say scrying, but I would say I was like meditating on what I was seeing, right? So balance within the energy of the sun and the moon. All right. The sun is your light. All right. It is the energy of how you present yourself out into the world. The moon is your emotional state. It is what you want to hide from the world. Also, it is your fears, right? So if the star card energy is coming out with this energy, what is it saying? You have hidden treasures. All right. So right now, I've been seeing overall within the past couple days, the numbers 1212, 111, 1111, and the reflection of 1221, which is 1212. But like if I was looking at the sign of Gemini, the reflection of the numbers, 1221. All right. So you could be ascending right now. You could be studying from home right now because that's technically what this intuition is. Mercury in Cancer is you studying from home. All right. You could be keeping to yourself. You could be meditating a lot. You could be going through the energy of transformation. All right. What else was I seeing? Saturn. Saturn and where it actually is right now. I know this just says, Gemini energy. But Saturn and Pisces, all right, to where the sun in Cancer is, technically, it's not going to work well. But where the sun is right now in Gemini, it's working perfectly. Why? Because it's working harmoniously. All right, they're mutable energies. All right, Mercury wants to observe, wants to strategize, wants to utilize the energy of the mind. And if you're doing this in the sense of being at home studying about spirituality, then it's probably going to be more so within the subconscious state, right? Tapping in with spirit. I don't know. I've been getting lots of messages, love messages coming through. I've been getting like heavy, passionate energy about what I'm learning about, that type of thing. So I'm not saying that this is what's happening for you, but this is what's happening in the energy. At least the way that I'm pulling it. All right. I roamed the astro days. And Aries in the 10th house came out with Saturn. Saturn rules the 10th house. Aries is Mars, right? So I'm seeing, again, Mars in the 10th house, Capricorn energy. Saturn ruling the 10th house. So continue to take action. Continue to stay disciplined, structured on what you're working on. Something's coming. All right. In love, in relationships, in partnerships, with spirit, Whatever it is coming. Okay. It's on its way. I'm going to start now with the Sabian symbols. This is going to be a long one here. Long. Today is the last quarter moon in Pisces. All right. It's happening more so from the 8th to the 9th degree in Pisces. Today is May 30th, and this is all happening at 1:11 p.m. It is 12:58 right now. All right. This happens at the planetary hour of Saturn, and Saturn is currently in Pisces, right? So Saturn is coming out heavy here. I got Saturn in Sagittarius, which means that you're concentrated on philosophies, belief systems, spirituality. I've got Saturn in Gemini here, meaning you're concentrated on your research studies. Okay. And then here, I got Saturn in Libra, meaning you're staying devoted and sacrificing your time in doing this within a specific partnership, contract, relationship, whatever you want to call it. Heavy Saturn at this time. Where else do I see Saturn? The Star card could definitely be seen as Saturn. All right. I'm seeing here the Four of Pentacles. This is the energy of the Sun in Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. What else? I've got the Sun out here 3 times. I also have Saturn in Pisces right here, which definitely speaks about you taking a loss, which is why Spirit is saying don't do that. All right, you have something inspirational here that you want to fulfill, and this union, it's coming here in Gemini season, Major Arcana. All right, so continue to put in the hard work. This is Virgo's energy. All right, so I'm seeing the Sun in Virgo. I'm seeing the Sun in Capricorn. I'm seeing the Sun in Aries. I just told you guys I saw Aries and the 10th house with Saturn here. Okay, so the Sun in Virgo speaks about hard work, being analytical, efficient, speaks about, remaining balanced within your health right now. The Sun in Capricorn, focus on your achievement, your accomplishment. Sun in Aries is be fucking impulsive and go after it, right? All for whatever it is that is your wish fulfillment, because it's going to be celebrated very soon. All right, again, pre-start energy, here's the star. All right, so what is it telling you to do? Remain balanced right now. Okay, let me see. The 8 degrees of Pisces, let's look at it. Of course. A girl blowing a bugle. That's what I'm seeing. All right. Rebelliousness as a sign of coming change. All right. Times are changing fast, and those of us who can see this are able to announce it to those who cannot. So herald your knowledge and proclaim it. Despite appearances, the rebel often serves the needs of the community far more than the sheep. Groups are inclined to degenerate quickly from their first position of being a springboard or a vehicle for new initiatives, and they are subject to entropy and slessurus without the vibrant, innovative input that the rebel can offer. Always there is something new on its way. Always a group must adapt to that. And always there is the first intuitive people to sense the coming changes. They blow their bugles even though few will want to listen, and the herald sound of the future. Aquariuses, you are tapped in with your intuition right now. You are the one that knows what's coming. You are the one that's knowing that something out there is going to be celebrated. Something great. All right. You're meant to put the information out there. So if you've been doing this, don't give up. I got all mutable energy here. I'm seeing 3, 9, and 12. And I told you guys I was seeing Virgo here with the 8 of Pentacles. So something about this mutable moon cycle is very significant. The mutable moon cycle stops us, all right, from it's the finality of a specific season. That's what it is. When we start off, right, in a specific energy, whether it is the winter solstice, moving into spring equinox, moving into the summer solstice, and moving into the fall equinox. We're moving in the energy of modality with the moons, right? We go through a full moon during the springtime and spring season, full moon in Aries. The full moon in Libra. All right, we're going through the full moon in Scorpio, right, within Taurus season. And then when comes Gemini season, we have the full moon in Sagittarius, right? So I told you guys there was going to be a flip to the energy where it's now going to be changing. We're going into summer solstice. That's the change. All right. So the minute that the sun steps into Cancer, something resourceful is coming. All right. Remain concentrated on it. Now, following Sabian symbol to the 9th degree, and where we're moving with this Pisces energy. This one specifically speaks about a jockey. A jockey is someone sitting on a horse riding it, right? What do we see in tarot all the time? Let me find it. One of the knights. I'm seeing the Knight of Cups coming up if we're speaking about Cancer season, right? Because Cancer is the representation. I ran in first to the Knight of Pentacles, so it might be significant to a new offer of anything tangible. This could be a home. This could be a new career. This could be a new car. This could be, a new opportunity to start a business. This could be massive things, right? Here I have the Knight of Swords. Okay. Let me just pull all the knights out because I'm seeing a jockey. I love this deck. It's one of my favorites. I don't know. I feel like Six of Wands energy is going to be significant Leo season. See how people are celebrating, clapping. It's like people are giving you your damn flowers. I told you that. You know what I mean? It's coming. It's coming. All right. Knight of Cups. What am I missing? The Knight of Wands. Did I pass it already? I may have. Oh, no, I didn't. There it is. All right. Okay, hold on. Interesting. Look at the damn devotion card. Look at it. What do you see up there? The sun and the moon? What's the number 7? Relationships, partnerships, contracts. Stay devoted. What did it come out with in tarot? I'm not making this shit up. I wish I would have pulled this shit down. All right. That's what I saw. All right. So whatever didn't come to the light before, it's coming to the light now. All right. Let's look at what we got going on. All right. So right now, Gemini season, we're looking at Knight of Swords. What does this energy look like to you? Doesn't that look like someone that's damn devoted? It looks like it to me. Someone that is going after what they want, chopping everything out that's in the way. That's more so what I feel this is, right? Then we have, in Cancer season comes the Knight of Cups. By the way, these are messengers in the deck, right? So Knight of Cups is someone that's coming in and offering love, all right? Someone that's going to flutter your little heart space, all right? And then you got the Knight of Wands. This person is coming after you. This person's extra passionate. This could be towards whatever you're doing, right? This could be, I don't know, fire sign, right? This is giving me Leo energy. And then here comes the offer that's been slow to come forever. You've been working on it for a long ass time, all right? And it's giving me where this could be Virgo season. We saw the 8 of Pentacles. You're mastering something. You're working really hard, putting in the hard work to master something. All right. So I know this deck shows them on a broomstick, but typically in tarot, where's my other deck at? We see it on a horse. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about, right? Let's look up the jockey. Spur to attainment. It takes drive, energy, skill, and determination to succeed. So be determined to succeed. It says one aspect of life is the urgency and the drive to success that a jockey demonstrates. At times, we must pull out all the stops and focus every ounce of our energy in a determined way to achieve our goals at all costs. Without such an occasional, intense spurring to action, we would slowly lose vitality and purpose. So why the hell would you slow down right now? Why would you want to give up? Why would you want to walk away? Saturn in Pisces is moving through doing what? Saturn is structure, discipline, authority, responsibility, right? It's saying it's towards your fulfillment. Where else? Concentration and your devotion. Is that not the energy? You guys, I'm getting mad. All right, so yes, a jockey. Now, that's Pisces energy. Now, the reason that I brought that up for today's energy specifically is because, let me pull this other screen up real quick. The conjunctions that happened today. All right, we're speaking about this last quarter moon being in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. That's what the last quarter moon is all about, right? In my moonology deck, at least. So think about it. Talk less, feel more. Shut your damn mouth and stay concentrated on your fulfillment. Remain devoted. I know it sounds so harsh, but that's what it is. That's what it is. All right. Now, let's move on to the other energies that we're going to be speaking about. More so, okay, let me just go into, because I did a whole spread on this. Let me go into it. I looked at the physical and mental index of today's energy specifically, right? And it looks more so like, go back. Today's energy, we have a high for physical energy for Virgo and Pisces energy, okay? And then obviously it's because where the last quarter moon is in Pisces. Then we have a high mental for Cancer and Capricorn. These oppositions, all right, this is technically Saturn and the moon, all right, moon in Pisces. And then we're looking at Mercury's energy overall with the energy of Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces, right? Mercury is currently in Taurus. So this is why it's uncomfortable. It's going to take a little bit for it to take off because Mercury doesn't move in to Gemini in its domicile energy up until the 3rd of June. Then we're looking at where the sun is right now in Gemini, where it more so the concentrated area is saying to focus on Cancer, the moon energy. All right. Capricorn is where you want to put in the hard work mentally. So when I was seeing all of those swords all this week coming out in the readings, like bam, 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 it was because I said to you guys, there's going to be an overload of mental energy that you're going to have to stick with in order to put in the hard work. It's just what it was showing. And I'm seeing here literally in the index. So let me look at this. What's in the signs of Cancer and Capricorn at this time, right? We've been speaking about this forever. It's Vesta and it's Sirius. Okay. So Vesta represents fire that truly ignites your soul. Vesta is the asteroid associated with balance between your ambitions and your deep desires. Linked to home and fire, there is an intense calling for sacrifice and devotion in spirituality, right? When I see the words ambition and deep desires, what sign is that? Someone that's ruled technically by Saturn is a person of ambition. Someone that wants deep desires, hopes, and wishes, that's this. This person is willing to put in the work, right? To remain concentrated. Intellectual sign, by the way, Aquarius, right? To find what it is that this person needs to be devoted to. I just said it. Look at the energy. Y'all see it? I see it, right? Okay. Now, what was this? Here we go. Vesta, currently at 21 degrees of Cancer. I pulled the Sabian symbol for this energy as well. All right. A prima donna singing. It's so funny because I feel like all week my voice was fine up until yesterday when I wanted to do this reading. And I couldn't do it because I sounded like shit. I was like, I'm going to have to read all day. I wanted it to be perfect and it couldn't be, right? 21 degrees of prima donna. A prima donna singing. It says, being aware of the price of success. Despite the huge social cost of our attainments, they almost never produce the happiness we yearn for. Seeing that success and failure are simply emotional outpourings. So it says the pursuit of fame. What did I just say to you guys? And what's coming? It says the pursuit of fame and fortune is so commonplace that it forms the core motivation for the majority of people. And our culture ideas of what is successful are mostly shaped by the measurement of financial wealth or wide social popularity. Rarely does a person inquire of themselves at what price was such success purchased. What did you have to do? What cost was it? This. Your concentration and your devotion. That's what it was. Okay? That's what it was. Now, because it's in between the 21 and 22 degree mark, right? Vesta and Cancer. We're going to be looking at the energy of the 22 degree now. Woman awaiting a sailboat. Where is it? Y'all know what this card looks like in original tarot. It's a man waiting for a sailboat. You waiting for your ships to come in. 3 of Wand energy. She took her wand. She whipped that thing around and said, okay, I'm going to put this into manifestation. And you have to wait for that ship to come in. If that one doesn't work, this specific deck speaks about her having 2 other wands on her hip to be able to manifest something else. Right? Okay. It says here, uncertain expectancy. Our dreams may come true and yet they may not. We have to find a way to come to terms with that, withstanding the poignancy of dreaming's uncertainty. So the person that's dreaming, all right, of what they want to come, what happens? You have to wait on it. Did you put in the hard work? Okay. All right, it says here, whereas ambition is typically shown as being pushing and rather masculine, another way to draw events and relationships to us is through the more feminine attitude of hopeful expectation. The tendency of this approach is to focus more on qualities, love, harmony, beauty, perhaps, than scenarios and measurement. It is a more soulful, dreamlike vision that is imagined and attracted. All right, so that's Vesta's energy. We have to remember, these asteroids are all feminine energies. Juno, Vesta, Ceres, Pallas, right? Okay. Now let's talk about Ceres and where it is in Capricorn. All right? Because it symbolizes how you nurture yourself and others, as well as your motherhood, your fertility, your feminine energies, and agriculture. Okay. So the Sabian symbols for these two. This is currently at 20 degrees of Capricorn. Hidden choir singing. So something about singing. Did I not just say yesterday I was trying to sing in the morning, getting ready, doing my hair, doing my feminine energies, and I lost my voice? It's almost like somebody doesn't want this message to come out so that people don't understand what's happening right now. I do. I'm going to share it with you guys here. All right. So spiritual fellowship. It says, putting aside the ego, we find that greater joy comes from shared celebration of our spiritual nature. Shared celebration. I see 3 women on this card so far. Interesting enough. Hold on. All right. It says here, much of what we call service and to think to be altruistic is not truly so. In part, it is self-serving because we enjoy it and it adds to our kudos. If, however, we move into higher consciousness where our attention is entirely upon spiritual realms and we move entirely out of the public eye, then we can become a humble agency for spirit. Humility is a blessed experience that is rarely achieved but more easily assessed through surrendering into group consciousness. How do you do that? You share your knowledge. Have we not been talking about gaining the knowledge and sharing the knowledge this entire time? All right. So it's in between the energy of the 20th degree mark and the 21 degree mark. So now we're moving forward to the 21 degree mark. A relay race. Cooperation with a group. All right. An aspect of who we are can only be experienced in a group whose purposes and ways are always somewhat different from our own. Group cooperation. So an important aspect of social interaction is found when groups compete. At some schools, there is a house system made clear in the Harry Potter films where children can learn to identify the two principles of cooperation and competition. Funny enough, they use Harry Potter because it's a dream. It's like a dream-like type of, what do they call it? Like a fantasy type of thing, right? A relay race is a metaphor for the passing of responsibility from one generation to another. We each have our time on earth for a while. We struggle to do our best to take what we can from the past and then present a richer, improved version to the future. So this is you physically working on yourself, all right? Your spiritual sense. Now, the physical high. And I wanted to speak about all of the placements that were happening, more so pertaining to the mutable placements because we're in a mutable moon cycle. All right, so we already talked about where the moon is taking place at 8 and 9 degrees of Pisces. All right, the reason I said that specific, can't get it out, Jazz. Specific asteroids were of significance with these cups being celebrated. I'm seeing Sirius. I'm seeing Juno. And I'm also seeing, what was the other one? Sirius, Juno, and Vesta. That's what I'm seeing, immutable energy right now. So once you go through this process and the sun hits, Cancer season, and Mercury steps into Cancer, I'm seeing a community of energy. It's energy we're working with, right? Come in so that you can tap into this energy. Intuition. All right. Let's see. Juno and Virgo. All right. Juno represents marriage partnerships. What you need in a mate and the kind of mate that you'll meet. All right. So explains what you looking for, what you look at in a partner, what makes you want. Why can I speak? What you want? See what I'm saying? This is a problem. Juno represents marriage partnership, what you need in a mate, and the kind of mate you'll be. Explains what you look for in a partner and what makes you want to commit for the long haul. All right. So this is specifically at 10 degrees of Virgo. Two heads looking out beyond the shadows. It says the mind's ability to grasp higher realities. That's ascending, right? Okay. We can choose to see beyond conflict and duality to a world of goodness and peace, looking for harmony within disorder. All right. Disorder is like chaos. Where's Uranus right now? In Taurus. So this has a lot to do with finances, with, self-confidence. It has a lot to do with your self-esteem, your values, your possessions. Like all these different things matter. Things that you are committed to in relationships. Okay. So it says creativity reaches its peak when the artist becomes lost in the work. In reality, one is not quite lost but maintains clear awareness of the twin forces of manifested life and play, as well as touching the transcendent, I can't say this fucking word, the transcendental state, okay, there we go, of inspiration that is beyond duality and limitation. The ability of mind to rise above duality is a reflection of its need to see beyond its own shadow, the shadow it casts when holding on to a belief and an opinion for its sense of security. What do you see here? a shadow, right? What's the energy of the moon? It's your emotional state. It is your fears of partnerships at this time. It's kind of what I'm seeing. All right. So, let me see here. Let's speak about where Jupiter is currently in Gemini. All right, because we're going through mutable energies right now. And where this physical high energy is taking place. Jupiter and Gemini. All right, so this transit will emphasize the importance of your intimate unions and shared resources, highlighting the foundation of your emotional bonds and energetic investments. This expansive transit is offering you a chance to explore the depths and possibly even the taboos within these areas of your life. All right, so this one, it may seem like a taboo to other people. Santa Claus filling stocking furtively. Second degree of this Jupiter and Gemini energy. Speaks about spiritual blessings. All right, a childlike openness to the possibility of wonders brings unexpected gifts as though from magical sources. Belief is the universality of abundance. All right, our barely perceived touch with the unconscious side of self is matched by the other superconscious side of self, which is assessed by faith, purity, and an innocent heart, one that still believes in a benign and generous father figure. As long as we do not look too closely or with any cynicism, the spiritual realms offer comfort and blessings without explanations. I've got to understand this better. Our barely perceived touch with the unconscious side of self is matched by the other superconscious side of self, which is assessed by faith, purity, and innocent heart. So, working through your heart space, one that still believes in a benign and generous father figure. That's God for me, all right? As long as we do not look too closely or with any cynicism, that the spiritual realms offer comfort and blessings without explanations. Okay, moving forward, Saturn in Pisces. We spoke about the moon in Pisces already, in that energy. Now we're speaking about Saturn in Pisces and where it is. All right, so this transit will bring a time for introspection, understanding the deeper purpose of life, and for aligning actions with this purpose. Saturn's energy is strict, but ultimately guides us towards self-realization and spiritual enlightenment. All right, this one I believe I read out not too long ago. The 18th degree mark, a gigantic tent, all right, where it is currently right now in between the 18 and the 19 degree mark. Performance in public. We are subject to the pressure and support of our community, which sometimes focuses its attention on us alone, be entertainer, teacher, and or priest. Alone, we may well be satisfied with our own ideas and creative outpourings. But if we want to attract a following, we will need to put on some kind of public display, which is typically entertaining or spiritual and could be a circus or religious group, for example. The kind that is suggested by a marquee. We cannot expect our message to gain validation and popularity or even much attention unless we are willing and capable enough to focus outwardly with the intention of self-exposition. All right, so the 19th degree mark is doing what? A master instructing his pupil. Transmission. Knowledge is kept alive by teachers who pass their information, understandings, and materials to their students. Participate in the transmission of love and knowledge. The functionality in our winning support for our ideas is an aspect of the work. It is of the individual worth to study, learn, and grow. Yet there is a greater imperative that the special knowledge must be invested in furtherance so that the line continues. There is a stream of spiritual awareness passed from the teacher to the student, and the more committed students become teachers and keep the tradition alive. Within Sufism, this is called the Sicila, known as the transmission. All right, so the transmission of knowledge, right? Then we're going to be looking at the energy of Neptune and Pisces. All right. These are all mutable energies happening right now. The moon, Neptune, Saturn, Juno. We got the sun in Gemini. We got all these things going on, right? Let's look at Neptune and Pisces. This transit helps us form sight of our visions. Focusing on emotion and spirit and unifying all things helps balance the illusion versus reality. We can clearly see when it comes to petty differences. All right, so this one speaks more so at the 30 degree mark, the Great Stone Face. We're literally like at 29 degrees, and let me see exactly where. What's Neptune? 29 degrees and 39 minutes. We are. All right. And it will go retrograde. I told you guys, Neptune's going retrograde on July 2nd. So we're probably about like a month and a week away or so. All right. From this energy. So becoming our own ideal. This is no right answer to or best version of anything. We make it all up according to how we feel or think we should. We become whatever we idealize. Instead of ending our journey, we find that we have become the seed of yet another cycle of experimentation. We idealize many things: love, truth, and God for itself. God itself, for example. And this is how we become aware of our relationships with archetypes. The essential conundrum with which Plato and Aristotle wrestle with without resolution is whether we create the archetypes or the archetypes create us. The exact same puzzle is posed in the Hindu scripture, the Mahabharata. Do we create God or does God create us? This is the mystery of life, and simply put, it is that life is a mystery, a paradox that is not within our grasp to understand. Life, God, oneself are all beyond our comprehension, and yet divine curiosity to know more of the eternal paradox is the very motivation that began it all and keeps it all going. What we see when we look is nothing more and nothing less than our own expectations. So what do you expect of yourself? Do you want to continue to move forward? When it comes to how you're going to be an inspiration to other people, what you find to be fulfilling, moving forward independently with the energy of your intuition and concentration, utilizing the resources that are available to you and being devoted to that. That's what this means to me, at least. All right. So that was more so the ending of that mutable energy. I am going to pull where the sun is currently right now and what degree it is. And I had to wait for this specific day to do this energy. We're looking at 9 degrees and 47 minutes, all right, of the sun in Gemini. So we're going to look at the 10 degree mark of Gemini really quickly. An airplane falling. It says, overcoming physical limits. This material plane is not an absolute restriction. With extraordinary struggle, we can develop supernormal abilities, uncovering the majestic power of the mind. Being able to fly opposes the force of gravity, which defines physicality. Being able to overcome fear opposes the power of death to limit our sense of immortality. Some rare people refuse to be subject to any external power, rejecting even death and physical limitation as insurmountable constraints. To them, mind is paramount. So the mind is everything. If your mind is falling, there's a problem. Okay. An airplane performing a nosedive. Could you imagine that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. All right, so from all this mutable energy taking place, I wanted to speak about the conjunctions and where they're happening currently. All right. I'm seeing 1:31 on the clock. My God, I keep catching my birthday. See what I'm saying? It feels like a celebration for me. I keep seeing my birthday on the clock. That's crazy. All right. Mars and Chiron conjunct at 22 degrees in Aries. These two were more so significant because this is where we're taking action to, when we're action towards, as we're focusing on healing at the same time. All right. Chiron is like where you need to heal your wounds. So, 22 degrees. All right. That's where this energy is taking place for, what is this? The conjunction of these two transits. All right. 22 degrees to the 23 degree mark. The gate to the garden of desires. I wanted to say the gate to the open. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Optimism as a life path. Abundance arising as a result of trust. Optimism, synergy, sharing, and abundance as life principles. Contrasting the fighter's harsh, lonely path, a softer way is open to those who share rather than compete. All right. The benefits of synergy are then highly significant, and the promise of great abundance is fulfilled. A further benefit is achieved: the development of an attitude of optimism and expectation of success. All right. The 23 degree mark. A woman in pastel colors carrying a heavy but veiled load. The rich potential of every moment and situation. Assertiveness and desires together give birth to the creative new possibilities. Creative assertiveness towards furtherment of potentials. So when clear assertive purpose applies to a field of potential, something else is brought into being. Existence is not sterile. It is brimming with a polarized life force that cannot fail to create new life. Man, woman, child is a pattern that repeats universally as artists, materials, artwork, for example, or ideals, limitation, and inventiveness. This is the conjunction of Aries and where the North Node is. So fucking get creative, right? Mercury conjunct Uranus in Taurus, 23 degrees to 24-degree mark. All right, we're looking at the energies of, what did I just say? Mercury in Taurus speaks about starting up a business. Uranus in Taurus is not comfortable there. It's causing chaos. It's causing massive change, right? So let's look at the energy. 23-degree mark to the 24-degree mark. A jewelry shop. Improving upon nature. Crafting raw materials into something more precious gives evidence of a profound symbiotic relationship with nature. Taurus is nature. Damn it. Get out. Okay. Our life path moves us irrevocably through circuitously towards greater and greater demonstrations of personal excellence. This arises through the twin processes of becoming increasingly aware of our given potential and the refining of the raw material into even more impressive shining facets. Something about nature. When I said nature, the dogs were like, wah, wah, wah. All right. 23-degree mark to the 24-degree mark. Nature has been significant since last year to this year. A mountain Indian with scalp locks is the 24-degree mark and channeled aggression. You see what I'm saying? You feel the energy, right? It's not me, it's the dogs. It's the energy. Channeled aggression. During early stages of development, it remains crucial to establish identity of self and tribe by fighting for it if needed. So how do you channel aggression? One side of a human nature that needs to be channeled properly instead of being denied is the natural aggressiveness and potential for violence that can arise when the survival is in doubt. Those who are foreign to each other are often fearful and feel threatened by the other. It is a fact of life that must be faced. It is not at all unusual for this to spill over into competitiveness without one's own tribe. This is the two sides, the light and the dark. All right, so that's where the aggression is taking place. All right, now, those who are foreign to each other, often fearful and feel threatened by others. It is a fact of life that must be faced. It is not at all unusual for this to spill over into competitiveness within one's own tribe. So speak about your tribe, the people that you live with, the people that you're around consistently, the people that you work with. That's where the energy is taking place. What did I just say this energy was? Mercury and Taurus is like those that are trying to step out there, start new businesses, right? You read the energy. And Uranus being in Taurus already at its fall, it's like it's not comfortable there. It's not. This energy is called resistance in the book. Mercury and Taurus. All right? So if you're trying to start your own business, this is drafting contracts, haggles over document wording, insurance policies, discussions about beauty and or art, and the need to take financial advice. All right? So let's keep going here. Now we're going to be looking at where Venus and the Sun are currently conjuncting, right? In Gemini. And this more so is taking place at the 8 and the 9 degree mark. All right? The 8th degree speaks about an industrial strike, revolting against injustice. Whenever the powerful and rich take advantage, then rebelliousness is close at hand. Assertive expression of self. So where there's tension, someone is going to feel like they need to revolt against that and become massively assertive. Assertive is what? It's where the energy is right now with Mars and Aries. Okay, let's move forward. Tension arises between the haves and the have-nots and is the primary cause of the civil unrest. There is a warning here against allowing our material appetites to go too far and create the conditions for revolt. Typically, anyone vaingloriously showing off their attainments, whether material, intellectual, or whatever, will lose contact with gentle, modest people and be diminished thereby and find themselves living their lives surrounded only by the ambitious and the envious. Let me go back to where I just said I was reading with the sun at 10 degrees in Gemini and where it is right now when I was reading it. the plane is falling. Why? Because the person that's ascending high, people don't want to hear that shit. That's why. All right, so this is you, yourself, overcoming your physical limit. Okay. There goes my ice cream truck. Somebody bring me one. I think I deserve it. Okay. The 9th degree mark, all right, with where this conjunction is happening currently with the Venus and the Sun in Gemini. Master over self. Challenges are not simply awkward obstacles. They are tests for us to learn how to focus the mind, focusing the mind through mastery of self, right? So earlier, it would found that the need to fight for survival triggered aggressiveness as a normal potential attitude in humanity. Now we look at what happens when that attitude goes beyond defense and into attack mode, conquest. Whether an individual chooses to attempt to conquer nature, weaker individuals, or their own baser instincts and urges is a prime indicator of their spiritual station. So the fact that I told you guys all this week after that damn full moon in Sagittarius took place. Meanwhile, this is exactly where, what was it conjunct with Pluto? Pluto was at a specific degree. I think it hit like the exact 2-degree mark in Aquarius, where Aquariuses are the rebellions. And it was like, this week was going to be a shit show with all the squares. I told you guys all about it. This was it. It was mostly like, what do you want to focus on? You want to focus on being rebellious? You want to be aggressive? Or you want to show mastery over yourself? That's what it was. All right. So moving on from that, we spoke about Pisces energy. We spoke about Aries energy. We spoke about Taurus energy. And now we spoke about Gemini energy, right? And all the conjunctions that's happening, the last quarter moon being in Pisces, all the transits that are taking place within all of the immutable signs, tapping base with, you know, all of the asteroids. All right. Now let's look at where the South Node is. We already know what's happening in the North Node, right? We're moving towards destiny. What's happening in South Node right now? And South Node is with who? Lilith. Lilith is of revenge. She's like, she want war. All right. She don't give a shit. That's what it is. All right. So conjunct in Libra of partnerships, of relationships, of contracts. 2 to the 3-degree mark. 2-degree mark. Light of the 6th race transmuted to the 7th. So centered sense of self as a creative power. The power to create new realities is real and so potentially dangerous. It must be rooted firmly in our awareness of who we are, being authentic in every moment. In Jones's text, the image has made reference to esoteric understandings and numerology that in essence suggest that having mastered 6 aspects of life, we reach up to the 7th, which is of a higher order. When a seeker moves on to these more subtle realms of consciousness, it is necessary to have a firm grasp on who we are and what we are doing. There are real dangers. To guard against them, we need to be totally convinced about exactly where we center ourselves and what precise purposes we have. What is the purpose of you doing spirituality? Is it to ascend, to become a better person? Is it to teach? Is it for you to be an example and inspiration to others? This is what I'm saying, right? So let's look at the 3-degree mark then. The dawn of a new day and everything that changed. Reformality of eternal energy. Every breath is another beginning to get another unique expression of life. Every moment is unique and profound. A person who has gained awareness of the ideal and knows fully and clearly where their powerful, unassailable center is inevitably the major creative force in their own lives. Just by being who they are, they initiate significant creative changes in their world. It is quite simply a journey from where we are to where we are going without constraints about which route to take and how long we have to make it. We make it all up as we go along. All right, so living day by day. What is that energy? Everyday routines. Staying in equilibrium. If you've been seeing 333 on the clock or anywhere, all right, mind, body, spirit is where balance comes in, right? Your chakras are aligned. You're eating healthy. You can think healthy. You can sleep healthy. All right, so it's all important to your overall divine life purpose. All right, let's look currently right now at where North Node is. All right, so we have 14 degrees and 2 minutes. So let's look at the 14-degree mark because it's closer to the 14. And Aries. a serpent coiling near a man and a woman. All right, so making relationships sacred, tuning into rhythms of natural energy instead of being enslaved by passion and need, the recognition of the sacredness of relationship. When we get drawn into relationships by sexual desire and emotional need, to learn how to internalize polarity. Rebellious, rebellious immaturity is only to be dealt with when we master polarity inwardly rather than by seeking another person to make up for our lack of wisdom and emotional poise. Facing relationships in sacredness is the key. So, how do you tap base with the energy of a relationship in sacredness? This is you with wanting God. That's so weird. Okay. All right, you guys. I don't know. I'm going to clear this up real quick. I'm going to pull 3 cards and 3 from my love oracle here, and I'm going to end this reading. All right, because whatever's coming around the corner is coming very soon. It's coming very fast. It's spicy. All right, you've taken so long to achieve this moment. You're going to be celebrated. You're going to be seen. You're going to be loved. All right. And this could be even within yourself, obviously, because I'm seeing the energy of the divine masculine and feminine. This is the balance in between the yin and the yang, right? Let's see. I want it to feel right. Okay. Oh my God. Wow. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. 9 of Cups. All right. Pre-star status. There's the Knight of Swords, which I spoke to you guys. This Knight is representation of like the Gemini energy that we're in right now and what we're being devoted to. 10 of Cups energy is literally giving me the happily ever after. And on the bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles. All right. This is crazy. Like literally, oh my God, look. Literally all mutable energies. All. And I got the High Priestess right under the 10 of Pentacles. And the Sun. And the High... Oh my God. Oh my God. Look, look. 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 You guys. Hello, this is your counterpart. The High Priestess, the Hierophant. This is your spiritual happiness. All right. It's bringing in your abundance due to all of, your devotion. And this is something you've been waiting on for so long. Here's your celebration. Here's your promotion. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. All right, let's pull one from Moonology real quick. Let me get this shuffled out again. Wow, as I split the deck. The Chariot. Thanks, Spirit. It's like success, triumph, right? Okay. I waited. I did this reading. Well, I did the spread for this reading probably like over the weekend when I was going through such a tough time. And I was like, I'm not doing that reading until the day of the 30th. Like the 30th is very significant. All of these conjunctions taking place. It's very important to me. I'll wait, right? And paid off. Full moon in Cancer. Interesting. Let your fears dissolve. Split the deck. Step into your power with the first quarter moon in Aries. Spirit's like, go step out into nature, Jazz. Last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. All right, so when you attend to the details, you get exactly what it is that you need from it, right? Be analytical, efficient in what you do. Put in the hard work. I feel like that's the message. Full moon in Gemini, embrace the flow of life. Okay, more mutable. So this is you being adaptable, versatile, flexible with the energies, easygoing. You think about us ending this specific chapter, right, for this spring equinox energy. Mutable is like, easy go it. It's time to surrender now. It's time for a new beginning. Stepping back into cardinal energy. What are you wanting to initiate? Aries, step into your power. Told you. I don't make this shit up. I mean, I know we're not stepping into Aries energy, but we're stepping into, like, hello, move forward, stepping into your power. All right, last quarter moon in Gemini. Now clear your mind. Okay. Clear your mind. All right, you guys, I'm going to pull some crystals and then I'm going to end the reading. Where am I? Yeah. I had an hour with you guys already. Well, that was actually shorter than what I thought it was going to take. Interesting. I just saw diamond and rose quartz. All right. The priceless gift of time and what it can do for you. Right? When you feel pressurized, come out shining like a diamond through self-love. Rose quartz energy. Who left me a comment the other day and said, my daughter's birthday is on the 14th, and I just looked at Aries at the 14th degree mark. That's where the North Node is. Like, come on now. I love the energy, I'm telling you. Literally, while the Satanite stick is sitting in front of my laptop. Satanite, 49. All right, so this is 4 and 9. That's Emperor and Hermit. All right. And I'm seeing the energy of liquid light, fluidity, flexibility, illumination, and clarity, and raising your vibration. All right. If you add 4 and 9 together, it is 13. So that could be Scorpio's energy. That could be Pluto being in Aquarius right now, right? And or Mars in Aries. All right. What am I seeing from this as well? I don't know. I was told to reduce from 9 to 4. It's 5. 9 and 4, 5. So Hierophant energy. April 9th could be of significance. Aries season. The last deacon of Aries season. Is that right? 4, 9, I think it is. 4, 9. Let's look at Aries energy here. Oh, okay, I see. It's the the second deacon from the 31st to the 10th of April. So that's going to be the 3 of Wands. And we saw that come out in the reading, right? Waiting for your ships to come in. Okay. Rhodonite. It's all about relationships. So harmony in relationships, easily connecting with others. Generosity, reciprocity, discovering hidden talents to share with others. I'm seeing 4 and 7. So that's 11, right? Co-creating with the universe. 11 is justice. I'm seeing 4 and I'm seeing 7. So Emperor and Chariot. All right. And if we reduce the 7 and the 4, it's 3. It's the Empress energy. All right. Spirit is funny. Spirit is so funny. I don't know. You could be the ages 47 and 49. That's randomly close. All right. Randomly close. Okay. Hold on. And then I got 53. Charm and charisma, shining and sparkling, being a brilliant beacon of confidence that inspire others. So the inspiration card clearly came out earlier. All right. Espresso Team Garnet, number 53. So this is May 3rd. All right, 5 and 3 is 8. I'm looking at the strength card, which is Leo's energy. What else am I seeing here? 5 reducing to 3, it's giving me a 2. High Priestess energy. All right, I'm seeing the Hierophant as well as the Empress's Noose energy. But May 3rd, that's going to be Taurus. Taurus, is it second decan of Taurus? Yes. Typically, the moon in Taurus represented in the minor arcana, the moon in Taurus exalted energy. Okay, fixed energy. 4 and 9, 4 and 7. All right, so I got Aries and Taurus energy here as well. Could be significant to this reading. All right, down on the bottom of the deck, I see number 10. All right, so the Magician, this can be Wheel of Fortune energy. Black Tourmaline, healthy boundaries, repelling and dispelling unwanted energy, shielding and protection, healthy interdependence. All right. So out of the 4 crystals that came out, I have 2, Selenite and Black Tourmaline. Okay. Let's look at them. Let's start with 47, Rhodonite. Let me actually read the message. I love Miss Colette Baron Reed. All right. Relationships help us to reach our destiny and discover our purpose, and people will come into our lives to be our angels on earth, offering love, encouragement, and resources for building the for building the lives that we want for ourselves. That was clearly like, clear it up, Jazz. Now is the time to reconnect to others in a spirit of generosity. For Rhodonite Spirit is here to help you form healthy partnerships that benefit everyone. Allies can be invisible or come in unexpected guises. So keep your eyes open. Listen to that little voice inside nudging you to reach out and extend a hand to someone you feel a connection to. This person might have invaluable ideas or solutions to offer you, or be the inspiration that helps you to find the courage to move into unfamiliar territory and express gifts that you may not have known you had. The conscious universe works through people, so think about connecting today. If not to an old friend or someone you love, then to someone you've been too shy to approach. Heal the belief that you should do it all yourself. We're in this together. We're in this together. We are meant to work in partnership, exchanging our gifts to better the world, the whole world. Okay. All of us has gifts to share and deep longing to be needed. So open up to a partnership that allows both of you to give and receive. Now is the time for you to reach out and take what is freely offered, and to recognize the continual flow of reciprocity between you and the people in your life. If you are feeling too enmeshed with someone and wondering where you end and that person begins, spend a little time connecting with Rhodonite Spirit to reestablish healthy yet fluid boundaries that allow a balance between you and the people you care about. When you are generous yet aware of your worth, giving with a healthy sense of self, you attract those who respond in kind. And the prosperity message here is, remember that healer you meant to check out? The advisor you said you wanted to contact? Rhodonite Spirit has come to say now is the time to reach out. Connect with someone who can help you mend what has become frayed or even broken, so you can ensure your prosperity will flow again. Perhaps it's time you explored some of your hidden talents and revealed them. You are called now to be fearless and generous. Abundant help is available to you, and there is much more you can do to experience wealth. Take a class, learn from an expert in an area where you feel unsure, and soon you will see that you are rich in resources. People will show up with plenty to give: time, money, guidance, whatever it is you need. Prosperity is your natural state, and in working with others in partnership right now, you'll find it easier to believe that and manifest whatever it is you value. So Rhodonite assists us in identifying our hidden talents, It asks us to embrace them and ascertain how we may use them in heart-based service. This stone reminds us that we each were given a specific gift and we received it in order to share it with the world. All right, let's look at 49. I'm not reading that whole thing. I'm reading the crystal because I'm out of it. What is it? Selenite. So meditating with selenite brings purity to our thoughts by clearing contaminants or clutter. Claws, Santa Claus. What was it that I saw? Spiritual blessings. That was the Sabian symbol. All right. Meditation with selenite brings purity to our thoughts by clearing contaminants or clutter caused by beliefs or our own or those of others. Selenite clears our energy as well as the energy of other crystals and never needs cleansing itself. This is an optimal stone to have in a healing room as it can assist in keeping the space free of unwanted and detrimental energies. It also protects against EMF and exposure from computers. So interesting enough that this speaks about the same thing as the black tourmaline does, dispelling unwanted energies, and those are the two crystals that I have. So don't come for me, all right? Don't come for me. It looks like I need rhodonite, all right? Balancing the relationships here. Harmony. Spersertine garnet 53. That is funny. All right, meditation with the stone might be challenging because its energy feels like that of a bossy cheerleader. Hello. This stone is a must for building and finding your self-confidence, personal power, and creativity. Spersertine garnet asks you to stand up straight, hold your head high, and stretch your stuff. It's like, and let's see. Black tourmaline is an incredibly valuable stone for sensitives, empaths, and anyone susceptible to absorbing the energy of others. When carried or worn on the body, it works industriously to capture incoming energy that is less than desirable and transmute it into usable energy. When used in meditation, it also helps work through old stuff from a neutral perspective, allowing us to keep the wheat and discard the chaff. The wheat and the chaff. Virgo? Am I getting that right? Somebody leave it in the comments. Love you guys. I'm out of here. Bye.